Hello everyone, my name is Mateo Salvador. Welcome to Barstow. Normally, I have a long intro. However, as you can see, we have a boatload of train traffic in the receiving yard that needs to get humped today. So, without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Hey, wow, oh. Waycross Locomotive Shops. What just happened? This isn't Barstow. Well, hello. Welcome to Rice Yard. This is definitely not Barstow, but it's a hump yard nonetheless. I decided that I wanted to leave Southern California for a little bit and go over to Georgia and visit the A-Line and Waycross. And so that's what we're going to be doing for the next couple episodes. Today, we have a local train that needs to be ran towards Folkston. It's going to be a lot of fun. We have pickups we need to do, and we also have a broken locomotive that needs to be brought back to the yard for repairs. And so we will be doing that in this episode. By the way, I got a community multiplayer server on Southern California. All you gotta do is join my Discord, read the server rules and operations page, and request membership. And that's all you gotta do. We are in Southern California. No, we will not be moving to Waycross anytime soon. If you have never played on the A-Line before, I guess I should explain a couple things that you'll see. It's definitely a different culture to Southern California. Not only the fact that we're in Florida and California is obviously on the complete opposite side of the country, but one big thing is the tags. So where BNSF has something like M Barback, manifest train from Barstow to BNSF Bakersfield, CSX uses numbers. So we have Q606, Q456, which I want to say this is from Taft. You know, it's not like QTFT Way or something like that. You know what I mean? They use numbers. And if you're new to Waycross, that is the most confusing thing ever. It's not half as straightforward as Southern California. So I'm trying to build my own, like, supply train AI system for this map. Kind of like what we have on our community server. And it's so difficult because of the tags. These tags, these numbers don't make it easy. Because it's not straightforward. It's not easy. Anyways, enough blabbering on. We're going to get the local running today. We got 2 SD40s. We have grain cars for INP. And we also have box cars for AJM. I don't remember what the name of the industry is. But they are in Folkston. So yeah, let's get the show on the road. One other thing is we also have a Caboose with us. While we're at it, let's put an EOT on here. There we go. You got a Caboose. Let's finally get the show on the road, shall we? Alrighty, so we're gonna move in here. I should give it a couple notches of power here. I already have the switches flipped and everything like that, which if you're new to, if you've never played on Waycross before, or the CSX A-Line, basically we're just going to leave the yard this way, and we're going to go that way. When you're playing this map, most of the time, like I think 90%, 98% of the time, you're going to go that way. That takes you to Folkston, which takes you to everywhere else. Now, for those that aren't familiar with Waycross and all that other stuff, this is pre-2007. Nowadays, they actually have a passing track that goes through here. If you look at Google Earth, they actually have a track that passes through here. Obviously, in Run8, that doesn't exist. And that is the reason for this track, which used to exist prior to 2007. I had no idea what the purpose of this track was for. However, it dawned on me that trains coming from Folkston had no methods of going that way. And so this track here basically acted as the passing track. This here doesn't exist anymore. If you look on Google Earth, you can see where the track used to be. It's now just a little, it's like a walking path now. And that would take trains up here, and that would eventually connect here, I think. So that's now gone ever since they had the diamond in. Obviously, here's Waycross here. That way takes us to Folkston. So, I gotta say, I've been playing this for about a week, and I must say that I'm really enjoying Waycross so far. The CSX A-Line and Waycross, it's a lot of fun. It's a different culture to Southern California. Not that I don't like running in Not that I don't like running in Southern California, but it's a nice change of scenery. And one other thing is that none of these trains use rear DPUs, which makes it really easy when you have to hump them, because you only have to remove the front power and the train's ready to go. Unlike when you're in, West Colton and those places. I'm back, sorry about that. Yeah, so anyways, as I was saying, unlike here in West Colton and, Barstow, you have these huge BNSF trains that come in, right? They have like 4 engines in the front, they have like 6 DPUs in the middle, and then they have like 30 million engines in the rear, and you have to like divide this train up and take it apart and everything like that. Unlike here in BNSF, or CSX, you just got to remove the front power and you're all ready to go. Well, anyways, I got the switches flipped here, so we should be ready to go. And I'm going to cheat here, actually. Where do I go? Is it here? I think it's here, right? I'll just give myself a green light here. There we go. Boom. Well, actually, no. I was going to say, let me contact Otto real quick, but Otto's probably not going to route me in the right direction. So I'll just give myself the signal, cheat the system, and we can get this show on the road. I gotta say, it is a shame that they don't have a passing track here. It'd be pretty cool if they did, because I feel like in Run 8, we don't really have a proper diamond. We really don't. I mean, we have the one at West Colton Crossing, and that's probably the most proper diamond we have in Run 8, but like one of this size we don't have. Maybe one day we'll get to go to Fostoria and we'll have a proper diamond with a lot of traffic. Maybe one day. Alright, well, we're going around the bend here, so I'm gonna actually level my, put my throttle in idle here. We got a street coming up, so let's be careful. Got a good horn on this. It's a nice horn. Go. If you'd like to... I don't know why I just shut off my recording software halfway through that sentence. If you'd like to download that, it's from the Run8 Enhancements Discord. I'll actually have a link for them down in the description if you'd be interested on downloading these horns. They have a lot of add-on content for Run8 that people have created, so they have bells, they have horns, they have train sounds. Pretty good page. I will leave their Discord down in the description below if you'd like to join and download some of these cool horns for yourself. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to dispatch Otto. Listen to that sound. It's got that CSX tone sound. Pretty nice. We're going to request a signal from him. He's going to take us up to Folkestone. Then once we get to Folkestone, we actually have to run around the train because the industries that we have to service are in the opposite direction. However, we can't reverse all the way. It's really complicated. You'll see the issue. Oh, no, we have another train coming. We have another train. Whatever. Yeah, so you'll see when we get to Folkestone. We'll have to do some running around, we'll have to do some shimmying, we have pickups we gotta do. We'll bring it back to Waycross, and then maybe we'll run them through the hump to get that out of the way. Looks like we have another train coming, so we're gonna have to wait a little bit. And one thing I did want to talk about, because obviously I'm slacking here, because this is like the one thing I wanted to talk about. And obviously I haven't yet. It was actually my plan to talk about it at the beginning of the episode, and I'm still not talking about it. I'm just wasting time here. Well, I wanted to apologize for my absences over the last couple weeks. I was like, hey, I'm going to have Run8 at the end of the week, and then I didn't have Run8 at the end of the week. Part of that has to do with I've been really busy these last couple weeks, and my motivation to want to play Run8 really hasn't been there. So I actually haven't played Run8 for about 2 weeks. This is my first time playing Run8 in about 2 weeks, and yeah, it's good to finally get back into it. I'm trying not to wear myself out here. I've had a busy couple weeks, and some things are starting this weekend for the next 6 weeks, so I'll probably be pretty busy until the end of August or September, and then I have no idea where life is going to take me after that, so we'll just have to play it by ear at that point. But yeah, hopefully everybody's having a good week, and yeah. If you're on my Discord, I did post a couple pictures of the things that we've been doing. We started doing hay baling at our farm, and we had a trailer tip on us. Yeah, we have a couple different farmers doing our fields this year, and well, the guy who's doing it overstacked the trailer, and we have a lot of really tight bends on our farm drive. Their equipment should not go through our farm driveway, but it goes through anyways. And they have a really long trailer, and I don't it's an awful trailer. It really is, just because it's so long, and we have a lot of very tight bends on our farm drive, and they were turning, and there's a little ridge right here, and the trailer went up on the ridge and kind of was sitting at an angle, and all the bales at the very top of the trailer tipped right off. So watching that happen right in front of me was it was kind of scary, and yeah, it was pretty bad. But they got it picked up, and it's all cleaned up, and the field is baled now, which is a good thing because it started raining like literally 10 hours after that. So it's a good thing. We're all good. All right, we're gonna bring the train to a stop here, just because I don't want to block the crossing. That would be rude to anybody trying to get across this. Some SD40 CSX train is blocking the crossing. There we go. Well, we're stopped here at a red light because there's a train coming. Also, if you haven't seen the Caboose yet, here's what the Caboose looks like. Pretty basic. It's got like a red marker light that works. So if the Caboose is at the end of the train, that marker light will actually be on. And you can actually see there's another marker light. It's obviously not on. We can actually board the Caboose and ride in it. I thought that there was like a brake system on here, but I might have been wrong on that. I don't know. But as you can see, it's a nice little thing. I thought we had a toilet in here, but I might have been wrong on that. We got something here. It's like a locker of some sort. What else do we got here? I don't think we have anything else. Look at that. You kind of got like some work tables and stuff like that. Probably for documents and stuff like that. Probably, yeah. Fire extinguishers. Passenger seats. It's a shame that you can't look out the windows. It'd be nice if these windows actually were like open instead of like blocked objects. I don't know why that is. Because obviously those windows aren't blocked or anything like that. So why are these ones? I don't really know. There you go. I got like a stove here. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Water, not for drinking. Huh, okay. All right, so we have a green light here on the Dwarf Signal. This signal up here is for the left track here, and obviously the right track has a Dwarf Signal. So, all right, let's get this show on the road, because I think I've probably been waiting here for about 20 minutes. There we go. Oh, that was a big old manifest train that passed us just a second ago. Not sure where he was going. He wasn't going to Waycross. Might have just been one of those passing trains. Gotta say, this is a great horn. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I almost feel like we're speeding, but we're actually not. We're just going 1 mile over, so I guess we are. Oh, no, the speed limit's now 50, all right. I was gonna say that going onto that bend right there, I felt like we were speeding, but we were actually going below the speed limit. Speed limit was 25, we were going like 24, so I guess we weren't speeding. Now it's time to speed up to 50 and get the show on the road for sure this time. Gotta say, the scenery of the A-line is pretty good. This place, very marshy terrain. It's definitely not Southern California. You know, I suppose that if we have a whistle post, then that means that we would honk for the private crossings, right? Obviously, there's no whistle post here, so that, unless that's a whistle post, but usually the whistle posts have a W. I'm not too sure what that's supposed to be. It almost makes sense if someone was to say it was a whistle post, because, I mean, this is probably where I'd start using the horn. I don't know. This one doesn't have a whistle post, so we're not going to bother with it. Oh man, I didn't even notice I was recording. Apparently I forgot to shut off my recording software. Defect detector's coming up right here, so we'll hear it. It's a little bit quiet, but I'll let you listen to it. I don't know where the speaker is for this. There it is. Oh, you know what? This is not a bad view. I should use this.
CSX equipment defect detector milepost 591.7.
There we go. That's the voice. Then he'll come back and he'll be like, no defects, or stop your train, you're a big failure. We have a railroad crossing coming up. The gated crossings I do honk at, just because it makes sense to me. I don't know where the whistle post is here. I don't see one, unless that's what it is, but I might be wrong on that. This one doesn't have a whistle post. Well, whatever, I'll still use the horn. I should probably start giving this train more power, because we're going 10 miles under the speed limit. It's great. Oh.
CSX equipment defect detector milepost 591.7. No defects. Total axle 180. End of transmission.
Oh, there you go. That was the defect detector. Hopefully you could hear it. I don't know if we have any more along this route. We might have one more, but I'm not entirely sure. We still got a ways away to go. Probably another 10 minutes. 10 minutes is. I was gonna say 10 minutes of traveling, but that's kind of pushing it a little. I would say maybe another half hour or so of traveling, and then we will be at Folkestone, where we have to turn around and then run to the industry. So it'll be a puzzle. Okay, and we're still moving here. We're probably about halfway there now. I'd say another 10-ish minutes or so if we don't catch any other traffic. My conductor still looks like he's seen things. This look that he has, like, is there something? Is there something behind this? Ah, yes, high voltage. That certainly is shocking. No pun intended, actually. Freedom! We're finally out of the trees. Look at this. Open land. And we continue. We have a green light just up ahead, so that's a good thing. What the world is that? Hold on a second. Hold up. Let's just get out of the cab for a second. I can't figure out where I am. We got like a little fly tip here, apparently. But what the heck is that? That's a toilet seat. I will wait for it to become safe first, before I investigate this toilet seat. Okay. Coast is clear. We got like a tire here. And, you know what's funny? I thought about this last time I was here, where I was like, what the heck is this? That looks like a toilet seat. Is that what it's supposed to be? Where's the toilet? There's no toilet here. And I should probably give it some power as we're starting to slow down. You can see we're just going over 41 miles an hour now. Speed limit's 50. Well, at least the weather's okay. It's raining right now, which I'm okay with. Looks like we have another defect detector right here. And our train's just in the distance. Going 60 miles an hour on a 50. Maybe we should slow down.
CSX, equipment, defect, detector, milepost, 611.0, no defects. Total axles, 180, end of transmission.
You know, the only thing that I'll say about the defect detectors on the A-line is that the guy who says it is very quiet. I kind of debate on taking the audio files, putting them into my editor, and turning up the volume a little bit, because they are very quiet. I'm going to give it a little bit dynamic here because we're actually... I have the train on idle, and we were actually speeding up. We are on a little bit of a downgrade here. I mean, it's not terrible. It was 0.3 for a second. That was the highest. But I'm just going to do that to help us maintain speed here, because I don't want to stop the train, and I think putting on the brake would kind of slow us down a little too much. So I'm just going to regulate the speed here with the dynamics, which should be okay. There we go. See, we're going 52 miles an hour now. We're already slowing down, which is fine. Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh, railroad crossing. I was so busy thinking about the dynamics and the speed. Was there even a whistle post for that one? Does anybody know what this is supposed to be? Because there's no whistle post here. Maybe they didn't add one in. Is that supposed to be a whistle post? I remember searching this up to see if I could find something like this, but I can't find any information on what this is. If anybody knows, if anybody knows, please let me know. Well, now we're going on a 0.6 gradient here, so want to start adding power, which I have full throttle, but we're actually slowing down despite having full throttle, so the train is struggling just a little bit. 0.50 train should help the train out a little bit. We're going 40 miles an hour in a 50, so do want to be a little bit careful on this. All right, got a railroad crossing. Was that a whistle post? That was not a whistle post. I don't think so. And just another private crossing. Nothing fancy. Okay, so we're almost at Folkestone. There is a siding track here, and that's going to take us to another set of tracks going from, I don't know, east and west, I guess. I'll just say it. I'm geographically challenged in Florida. I don't know where any place is. So we're almost in Folkestone. We're going to get to another set of tracks. We're going to go down the tracks a little ways, go into a siding, and then run around the train and pull these freight cars to the industries, drop them off, take the full cars and, take the pickups back to Waycross, and if we have time, maybe I'll put them through the hump yard. Geez, I need to slow down. I don't need to slow down. I'm going 54 miles an hour. Wow. Why is the speed limit 50 through here? That was really violent. I mean, you can't blame me for that. The speed limit says it's 50. For the record, we're going 53, but that's not that big of a difference. I mean, whatever. Jeez, it's like we're flying through here. Speed demon is what we are. Alright, so we're going to be stopping in a second, unless we have a green light up there. No, oh yeah, we actually have a green light to go to Folkestone, so that's good. We won't actually have to stop. I was slowing down so much because I figured we were going to have to stop. But if I go over to the A line, we actually have a green light to go to Folkestone, so everything's fine. Everything's fine, Mateo. Stop freaking out. Got a couple railroad crossings here. Did that one have a whistle post? I'm not sure. Does this next one have a whistle post? No. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I should be going slower. I'm going 45 miles an hour now, which is what the speed limit is in 0.2 miles. I feel like I should be taking this at like 20 miles an hour, or 25 maybe, because I feel like this is really fast. I mean, whatever, I guess if the game says we can go 45, then the game, you know, the game's, I mean, okay. I would have taken this a little slower, but whatever the game says. Well, you know, whatever the game says at the end of the day, I guess. All right, and just up ahead is Folkestone, which I'm going to do one thing. I need to put the brake on. I need to start putting the brake on. Oh my gosh. One thing I do need to do is I need to contact Auto and I need to say, hey, Broad, can I have mainline authority? Request mainline authority. Good. All right. Let's real quick just run up here, and I need to flip this. There we go. That's all I need to do. And now I can release the brake. There we go. Going 25 miles an hour now. 15 miles now that we have a switch open to a dark siding. So I'm gonna get just a little bit of power here. I gotta say, this is a very busy place, isn't it? I do love the detail of a rail fan park right here, which I think does exist in real life. You've got like the old rail signal. That's what they need at Fostoria, is a rail signal. If you've ever been to Fostoria, You know what they have at Fostoria? Okay. This is why I say they need a rail signal at Fostoria. Kind of like the one that's sitting over there. You know what they have? They have a pole to a rail signal, but it's just the pole. It's not the signal itself. And I always feel like it's so just kind of blah. Because, like, you see this here, right? It's got the signal head. But in Fostoria, it's just the pole, nothing else. And it's cool, but it's really missing, you know, isn't the signal head like, the thing that makes it a signal? Like, who cares if it's a pole if it doesn't have the signal? I don't know. Well, anyways, here we are. We're in the siding. As you can see, the siding's pretty overgrown. This is going to be the runaround track. At the end here, there is a a switch, so we can go back to the main. And then what we'll do here is we'll leave the freight cars here. We'll go on the main, go to the other end. We'll disconnect the caboose. We're going to leave the caboose on the main, pull the whole train out of the siding, connect the caboose, and then take it to the first industry. If any of that procedure makes any sense at all. If you have any questions because you don't understand anything I just said, my recommendation is just to watch, and eventually it'll all come together. Yep. Alright, I think we're probably fitting in the siding, so let me just bring the train to a stop here. I'm gonna carefully bring the train to a stop. I think we're fine. Yeah, we're good. We got this. There we go. And I'll dim the lights. Who wants to bet we don't currently fit in the siding? Guess who fits in the siding? Alright, let's disconnect this here. Watch your ears. That actually wasn't half as loud as I thought it was going to be, but that's okay. Open up the coupler. Let's pull out and connect to the caboose and carry on. And we'll flip the switch here and carry on back to Folkestone. Now that right there is a whistle post. Okay, so my hope is that I don't need to go across the crossing. I don't think I will need to, so I'm not going to bother honking the horn. I'm just going to slowly slow down. Slowly slow down? I guess I'm just going to carefully slow down. There we go. And hopefully we're across the switch. All right, let's stop the train for just a second. And we will get off here to remove the EOT, because we don't need it here. We don't need to destroy it with the train engine. Although, you know, breaking a coupler would be a very classical thing for me to do. That's not something we need to do today. All right, carefully bring this in. All right, stop a little too early. Stop a little too early. It's fine. There we go. Okay, one thing I'm going to do is disconnect this from the rest of the train. Because I'm going to be pulling the caboose out. So all right, so let's connect that in, partially open that up. This should, oh yeah, there we go, boom, fills up really fast. Why does the caboose always fill up so fast? All right, that should be unpinned. Now we can pull the caboose out and leave it on the main line so that we can put it at the end of this train. And let's back this up. That should do right there. All right, and let's pull this out, connect the rest of the caboose. Or the rest of the caboose? Let's connect it to the caboose. Not the rest of the caboose, I guess if you're to say the rest of the caboose, it means we have half of the caboose currently, and the other half is just sitting there on the main line. And people are looking at it like, that's half of a caboose. It ain't even the full thing. What am I even saying anymore? Man, it's that guy again. I guess he got too... Excuse me, let me learn how to speak English. I guess he got fed up with Southern California, and he decided to come to Georgia. He's still very unhappy, as you can see. And these two guys are still there judging him. Okay, let's bring the train to a stop here. Should probably do that. And then we'll get the caboose, and we'll head off to the industries. Can I just ask one question? Does this light system here stress anyone else out? For some reason, watching that light system is really stressing me out. I don't understand why. I really couldn't explain why. All right, but you know what? We could be fancy and put a flag, but no, I'm not gonna put a flag. We're gonna put EOT. There we go. Now let's continue off to the industries finally. One thing I do need to do is I'm gonna get auto enabled again, and we are going to request this block and that block, and I'm gonna go up here and say, hey, would it be okay if I can go there? And auto's gonna be like, no, it's not okay. Request special destination. There we go. Or signal, nonetheless. So that means he'll put us on the right track here, which is where we need to be, because the two industries are on the left. Excuse me, wrong. They're on the right. Maybe? Oh, and auto has given us the light. Look at that. So he flipped the switch, and now we're going to go on the track we need to go on. So that's perfect. All right. Is BNSF trying to make a point to CSX or something? I don't know what BNSF is doing here lurking in Georgia. And yes, I'd like to point out the fact that it's a railroad vehicle currently sitting on the tracks. And the first industry is literally right here. You know, part of me thinks we should slow down. Yeah, we got box cars. We also have some grain cars in the back there we got to pick up. And we also have drop-offs here, so that's good. I'm gonna start putting on the brake here. We have a street as well, so there we go. And that was a whistle post, finally. Oh man, I'm gonna wait to put the brake on, because we have to get the full train past this. Sorry, I've messed up this horn sequence. Alright, I'm going to start putting on the brake here. So that we can bring the train to a stop. Because I'd like to leave the caboose just before the switch that goes to that first industry there. Because I don't need the caboose right now. And it's just going to get in the way. So, you know, it'd be nice if we could stop right here. There we go. We'll be able to stop. There we go. Alright. Now let's just see what we're working with. So, the first set of cars that we have here is INP, And actually, no, never mind. I was going to say, you know what we should have done is taken the pickups, put them with the Caboose, but that would have been... No, we could have done that right now. No, I'm not going to bother doing that. So the first thing we have here is INP. We have a string of boxcars for INP, a string of loaded covered hoppers as well. And we have boxcars and grain cars that are ready to be picked up. So what we'll do is we'll leave the boxcar here. We'll pull the train into this track here. We'll grab the pickups, we'll put them with the Caboose, and then we'll put the drop-offs there. It'll be quite a maneuver, but it's not undoable. And let's pull this string. I feel very sorry for these people that have to sit through this. Man, we have Speedy Gonzalez going through here. I gotta say, this actually scared me at first. I heard a noise, and I didn't know what that noise was. And then suddenly this train appears, carrying all those refrigerator cars. Nice. Took the train a little bit further than I wanted to. Alright, so now that the Caboose is in, let's pull these box cars and these grain cars out of the way, and then we'll put these cars into that industry. And then we've got to basically repeat that process with these box cars. But it should be a lot easier because we'll have a much smaller train then. I mean, like, literally over half of this train is going to go bye-bye once we're done with this industry. And all that will be left is the 13 box cars that we have for this industry, and the setouts that'll be sitting way yonder. So this will be easy. Easy, he said. Easy. Let's get the grain cars in. Alright, and about right there will do. That's not what I meant to do. Because now the PCS system's activated on the train. What I meant to do was close this one, disconnect that one, and then close that one. There we go. Okay, and now to get the boxcars here. Alright, that should do right about there. Jeez Louise, going a little bit fast. Okay, no, we're good. Sorry, Mateo started to freak out there for a second. I kind of underestimated how small this siding is. And honestly, it seems like we only just fit. And now time to go to AJM, which is just over here. Shouldn't be too hard. Just a couple cars here to pick up, and that's it. Okay, so I've decided something. I'm going to put the brake on right here. I'm going to do this. There we go. And we're going to leave the setouts just here for now. And there's a science behind why I'm going to do this. My plan is we're going to pull ahead. We're going to take the engines. We're going to back the engines up, take the boxcars, pull the boxcars out, connect these boxcars with the setouts, and then push the setouts in. And then we'll push the pickups, we'll take it with the other pickups, back it up to the siding just after Folkestone, and then that'll allow us to go back to Waycross. Sounds crazy, but I suppose that's switching for you. So this broken locomotive here currently has a fuel, a fuel pump problem. Hence why it's not operating right now, so that's why we had to bring these two other switchers. This locomotive here will eventually go into, oh my gosh, that was violent. This switcher locomotive here will eventually go to the shop at Waycross for repairs, and yeah, there we go. And while we're here, like I said, we're going to take the pickups. We're here with the broken locomotive. Well, actually, this isn't broken, but it's not operating right now. Okay, and that should do right about there. Alright, let's see what it looks like on the inside here. Unfortunately, there isn't a buffer, so you do got to be really careful when you're pushing cars here. If you're not careful, you'll go off the tracks, and then bad things happen. So I want to make sure we don't do any of that. Okay. Okay, and now time to take the pickups, connect it to the rest of the train, and then we will reverse all the way to the siding just after Folkestone. That's why I got the Caboose. Just because we were going to be doing quite a bit of reverse action. Since we're doing quite a bit of reverse action, it just made sense to me that we'd have a Caboose on the end. Oh, it's going to be violent. Oh, jeez, that sounded terrible. Wow, that was awful. Yeah, there we go. See, that's why I got the Caboose. Look at that. There's our setouts. In 48 hours, those boxcars will be loaded and the grain cars will be emptied. I'm not too sure what that place produces. I don't remember the name of the industry. I think that's a paper mill, actually. So, yeah, I guess they're producing paper, I suppose. So, I don't know what's inside of those grain hoppers. I hear that from real-life railroaders that that's apparently very true. A lot of the times, railroaders don't know what they're hauling. They have no idea what they're hauling. All they really care about, I think, is the weight and if it's dangerous. At least that's what I hear. So I suppose that maybe it has wood chips or, materials to make paper? I don't know. And then I guess that when they're done producing the paper, they're going to put it into the boxcars for us to take to Waycross and then send wherever. Oh my gosh, I'm going the wrong way. I forgot to flip the switch. Mateo needs to flip the switch. No. Mateo made a mistake. I don't really know if that's how it's supposed to be done, but yeah, I gotta say, this Caboose on this train is very satisfying. It's like, it's kind of satisfying having this Caboose on this train here. Even though normally you won't have a Caboose, you just have the EOTD, but it looks kind of cool having it. Especially when you have to do this reverse action, Okay, so now with the switch flipped, we should be able to enter the siding here. Unless something breaks on the track. I don't think that'll happen, though. It'd be a very random event to have happen suddenly. Yeah, look at that. I gotta say, I do kind of like this. Having the overgrown track here. Although in real life, it's not overgrown, so I wonder what they use it for, other than maybe parking MOW equipment? Parking track maintenance equipment? I don't know. If you look on the map here, it almost kind of looks like they park maintenance away equipment. What the heck is this? There's a track that goes here. Interesting. It's like a quarry? It's like a quarry of some sort. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, it looks like they park maintenance equipment here. So, yeah. Looks like they keep the siding in pretty good condition. Otherwise, in this game, appears to not be in very great condition. Very great condition? Very good condition. Sorry, that was terrible English on my end. Man, I don't know why, but this here just really stresses me out. Like, does this stress anyone else out? Because this just stresses me out. All right, and this will do right about here. So I'll leave the train here, and that'll be it for this episode. Oh gosh, we have an issue. Ah, yes, I know what the issue is. This is a warning light for if one of your engines has a problem. I'm going to, if I can do, I'd like to bleed that. Could I? So this right here is basically freaking out because this train has a problem. It has a fuel pump issue. Nothing else has problems unless something broke in the meantime, but it doesn't look like that's the case. So, yeah, well, anyways, that's going to do it for this episode of Run8. As I said at the beginning of the episode, unfortunately, the next couple months are going to be very busy. So, I'm probably going to be away for quite some time. My uploads might be very random. I might not post a weekly schedule like I normally do. As of right now, my schedule is pretty much day to day. So, I mean, right now it's Wednesday. I was supposed to have this recorded yesterday. The video is supposed to go out in about an hour, so obviously that's not going to happen because I'm going to be spending the next couple hours editing this. And it should be out later today. But, yeah, so I apologize for it, you know. But anyways, if you'd like to see more A-Line, do let me know. I have my multiplayer server. Feel free to join. Just got to join the Discord and request membership. It's pretty easy. We have a bunch of new members currently, and it seems like everyone's having a good time. And we're currently testing some new features, so if you'd like to be a part of that, do feel free to join. Anyways, that's going to do it. Beautiful CSX locomotives here with the pickups. I'll take this back to Waycross, and maybe in the next episode we can do some work at the hump yard, or we can go to Moncrief. Moncrief has a bunch of stuff that needs done to it. Anyways, that'll be for next episode. If you enjoyed, make sure to give it a like. Let me know if you want to see more A-Line. If you prefer us to stay in California, let me know, and I will go back to California. But anyways, thank you for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Later. Peace!